Hello and welcome.
Hi.
It's been a little while since we've sat down and done a chat like this, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been planning this weeks and
Yeah,
just not got
and
around
just
to
never
it.
getting around to it, but you decided you wanted to do it today, so
Yeah.
here we are. So this is our pre-trip chat for, can you believe this, Florida 2023, which will be our 16, 17, 18, 19 twice, 2022, 8th full vlogs trip, and I think our 11th Florida trip, possibly 12th, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we've got, 11th, yeah, it'll be our 11th. So do we want to talk about it then? Where do we start?
When are we going?
When are we going?
So we're going on the 12th of September, which is in 65 days as of this recording.
Mm-hmm.
We're flying with Virgin from Manchester, and we are staying at the Rosen Inn at Point Orlando.
So it's going to be another iDrive trip, which I think people quite liked when we did the iDrive trip in 2017. So if you enjoyed that one,
Yeah.
this trip's going to be very similar, apart from no Universal. But we'll get on to that.
Yeah.
So starting at the beginning, flights, flying out, we're doing standard, aren't we? We're doing
Economy on the way
economy
out.
on the way out. We've upgraded to premium on the way back. We kind of missed the boat on adding premium on the way out, I think, as well.
Well, we wanted to keep the holiday under a certain price, and on the way out, if we did premium on the way out, it would took us over. And we thought, do we really need premium on the way out?
Yeah, more excited to get there.
It's like a 1:30 middle of the day flight. You don't really sleep on the way out because you're too excited, but you do sleep on the way back, and it's a late flight on the way back as well. It's not till like 9:30 at night. So we thought, if we go premium on the way back, then we have nicer seats to recline, plus I can bring extra luggage home. Extra shopping.
So just one suitcase full of candles.
And coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
And pumpkin spice stuff.
One thing that we're doing differently this year, so whenever we do these vlogs and our videos, all we're doing is taking you along on the holiday that we do. We never do things for the vlog. So we never ever go, right, we're going to do this because people will want to see it on the vlog. We always, first and foremost, the trip's for us. And we just bring you along for the ride so you get to see what we've been up to. But this year, in a break with tradition, Gemma has upgraded us to a lounge on the way out, haven't you?
Yeah, and that's only because of the time of the flight. Because normally with Virgin you fly at about 9:30 in the morning, so you get into the airport for like 6:30, and like we normally just have a bacon butty and maybe one drink, and then you're on the plane. But I thought, well, we're not going to be getting this like 10:30, so I booked us a lounge because through my work you get like perks, and it was a good deal on the lounge, so it cost us £34 each for the lounge, and you get food and free drink. And if we're not flying till 1:30, we'll probably indulge in a couple of drinks, because Mark doesn't really drink on the flight because he's going to drive when we get off. So
correct. You're just rubbing it in the fact that you can get absolutely blitzed in the airport and on the plane.
I don't like to because I don't
No,
like
no,
I don't like to go to the
we're not
toilet
like
on
that
the
at all.
plane either. So it's try
Sit there
not
with
to
your legs
drink
crossed.
too much. They go on the toilet on the plane.
And the flight, I think it'll be on one of the Airbuses, won't it? Is it
Yeah.
a new one? Or is it are we doing similar to last
They
time?
haven't actually said they put the plane up and then they've taken it off and they've not put it back on again yet.
Okay,
So it might
they
have
haven't
changed.
decided.
Yeah, because it's a bit too soon for that. But
That's fine, though, isn't it?
yeah, it's fine.
We have booked a car for this one because this is an iDrive trip. We'll be doing a lot more driving.
Yeah.
This isn't a Disney trip either. We do.
No,
We'll come on
it's
to
not.
that,
It's not
but
really a theme
it's
park
gonna be,
trip, to be honest.
So we have booked a car, but we're not going to tell you what car we've booked until we get there. Needless to say, it's completely inappropriate. The thing is, at the minute, is car hire is very expensive.
It is.
To get you at a level, it's very expensive, but then to upgrade that level doesn't cost as much. So we've just done that again.
Yeah.
So we'll show you that. You'll see that on the vlog in approximately 60 odd days plus however long it takes me to
Just
edit.
change. Yeah. But you'll see like Instagram and TikToks. And stuff. TikToks, that's my newest thing.
And threads.
And threads, yeah. I've posted one thread so far, and that was our vlog, our weekly vlog. So yeah, there'll be updates on the social media before YouTube for our trip.
Yeah, so keep in touch on all that
trip
stuff.
along with us, yeah.
Feel free to ask questions or whatever on there as well. And in the comments down below, of course. So yeah, you already said we're staying at the Rosen Inn at Point. That was my choice. I think I vetoed you on International Drive, just because I like to walk out and be at like Miller's Ale House, and then from there north is just loads of good places to eat. Whereas I think when you're at International, Well, where do you go for a drink at International?
I don't care.
It's across the road.
Well, you can go to Chewy's, you can go to BJ's.
These
you can
aren't
go
drinking
to
places.
hotel,
BJ's, yeah, but it's a walk away.
bar. I like the restaurants at the other end of I Drive, and I like that
no
Denny's
restaurants, they've all closed.
I like that Chewy's is still open. BJ's is still
Chewy's is
open.
equidistant.
It's not.
But yeah, ultimately I overruled because I think Point's a better location.
The one thing Point has over International is there's a Starbucks in the lobby.
And the only reason Gemma gets upset that we're not at International is because there's a Denny's next to International that she really likes, but Denny's isn't nice, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Mark doesn't like breakfast, he's a weirdo.
Well, yeah, I mean that.
Well, you two stop fighting.
The cats are creating because, of course, we're recording a video, so it's fight time. But that Rosen Inn Point does leave us in a good location for trying loads of restaurants. And the intention this year is we're going to be doing some old favourites, but we're going to try some new places too. Again, between now and then we'll be sitting down and getting the spreadsheets up and having a look. But spreadsheets wise, as far as planning, we aren't other than meals and saying where we want to eat, we aren't really going hard on like this day we're doing this day we're doing that.
There's only a couple of days where we have stuff in because we are doing Discovery Cove. Because we love Discovery Cove. It's such a nice relaxing day. We've got the ultimate Discovery Cove tickets, but not with the dolphin swim because we've done that before, and I'd rather do the Grand Reef than the dolphin swim, to be honest.
Hopefully get some good GoPro footage.
Yeah. I can't remember what date that is now. But anyway,
16th, I think.
16th.
Yeah.
And I have booked us Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party tickets because we have never done that, and I've wanted to do that for a long time.
Yeah, so that should be good. That's our one Disney day of this trip.
Yeah, we've not done.
We'll probably make a bit of a
this
Disney
time
day
of year for a long time, and we've been going May time.
Yeah, so this will be the first time in September since the
we've done May and Christmas, haven't we?
2015 trip. Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Because we were in November then, weren't we? And we were last year in May last year. Blimey, there we go.
And I don't have Halloween Horror Nights tickets because Mark won't go.
We still haven't hit 10,000 subs, so I'm not going. But we will be doing Busch Gardens. We will be doing SeaWorld.
There's lots of new roller coasters.
There is. We're not going to super heavy it on the roller coaster. The intention at this point, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're just going to play it by ear. The roller coasters aren't a massive part of our trip. I do want to do Iron Gwazi.
I keep joking that'll be my I'm going to ride that and then retire from roller coastering, but I probably won't.
And Pipeline looked really good. And different. I've never done a stand-up roller coaster before. No.
I did read a review that apparently it's not comfortable for men. So we'll see
I'm a man. I'm okay.
It makes a difference from every other roller coaster being uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
So that should be good. Other than that, we haven't really set a lot of plans for the days. We're thinking maybe of going to some sort of like.
We want to visit like Winter Gardens, and we want to go
Winter
Park.
We have had this before.
Yeah.
Because we said Winter Gardens. And
I say Winter Gardens. It's Winter Gardens Theatre in Blackpool, isn't it? Yeah. Winter Park, and there's a nice like drivable wildlife trail.
Yeah, we'd like to visit that.
And stuff like that.
We watch a lot of View from the Cheap Seats, and Kyle does a lot of like
Florida stuff.
Classic Florida stuff. So we'd like to try and maybe dip our toes in and some of that. I've also found a craft beer bar, so I want to go and visit that. But it's like a proper, not like a chain. It's an independent craft beer bar. So we're going to head over to that as well. We might drive out to some zoos. We might drive out to Clearwater. Or we just haven't decided.
We haven't decided.
The thing we're thinking is the night before we'll decide what we want to do the next day.
Yeah.
Just see how we're feeling. We've been to Florida that many times now. We don't need to be like, well, this day, that day, this day, that day. And we're not doing Universal at all on this trip. We decided we didn't want to spend the money.
If we're trying to do this tickets a bit cheaper, and the Universal tickets for.
Well, it's not even so much that we're trying to do it cheaper. It's that everything's more expensive.
It just Universal just doesn't hold a big thrill for me. I like certain aspects of Universal.
The only thing I'd like to go to Universal for is the Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
Everything else I'm not bothered about.
I can't justify the price of the tickets for the Velocicoaster when SeaWorld and Busch have got like 5 new roller coasters between them.
We haven't been. So for us,
you get those tickets free with Discovery Cove. So
for us, it's just not on the cards.
No.
But yeah, so it's going to be an interesting trip because a lot of people do these trips and they're going to Universal, they're going to Disney. This time we're trying to do things a little different. There's a few things that I might think about doing that are completely different. So not for me anyway. We've never been to Old Town.
No.
We kind of like to go and see the car show. We say this every trip. Yeah, there'll be a little bit of shopping on this trip as well, but not too much. Cause
yeah,
we never
obviously we want to go to the outlets because you always want to go to the outlets. Want to go to Disney Springs because I like Disney Springs and it's a nice place to go and have food.
Yeah.
Might even go to SeaWorld and have a one. Cats are just nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
I say cats. Archibald is being a little angel. It's the other two demons. Might even go to SeaWorld because it's Jaws anniversary and some of the merch for that looks amazing, and you'll probably be able to buy it in the big Universal store in SeaWorld, and Jurassic Park as well. They brought a load of Jurassic Park merch out for the 30th anniversary.
So we can pop down there.
Yeah, and plus Margaritaville. Yeah, hey, you can just get a taxi there, can't you? Enjoy Margaritaville.
Why have we rented a car?
Well, of an evening, we just go in the daytime.
We're still on the fence with Kennedy Space Centre on account of it being seemingly more expensive than I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Even like getting for kids prices, it's like, thanks, you've saved me $3.
I know.
So
yeah.
I'm not sure. I really like it there, but again, I don't know if they've opened up enough new stuff to bring us, because the one thing that they did open was the Astronaut Hall of Fame, the new version of that. But we saw the old version of that, and a lot of the modules they had on display were the ones that currently are on display.
Yeah, so it's like they just put it in a nicer space, but it's the same things.
Mm.
It was our first trip, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah, we did a coach trip out there. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, I think.
I want it to be a bit more of a relaxing, Florida orientated trip. So a lot more of like seeing Florida, because like as I say, we watch Cheap Seats, and they do all the like the music festivals and the wildlife trails.
So we're going to a music festival
and the state park. So it's nice to see, and they do the baseball games and the basketball games, and it all looks like such fun. I mean, we're not basketball or things, but it looks fun.
So we're not going to do any of that.
And we've also been watching
like the state parks
Adam the Woo a lot lately,
yeah.
and the baseball games that he goes to all look like so much fun.
But it's the things like when they're going into the little towns and they're just, they're eating at places that aren't like Uno or TGI or whatever,
they're like Florida-based.
So we'd like to do a bit of
businesses.
that as well.
Yeah. And even watching the trackers go to the festival, the food festivals, the Blueberry Festival and that in the little towns look really nice. That's made us want to like explore Florida a little bit more.
We'll see what happens, see how far we get with that.
Yeah.
And the wrap up will be like, well, we said we were going to do that, but we ended up going to...
We stayed at the pool.
We went to Perkins every day.
You've never eaten Perkins every day.
I like Perkins, it was good.
Yeah, I like Perkins.
I mean, I think we've covered dining, but we have sort of penciled in, there's a few new places on iDrive. I've recently watched the 2017 trip where we talked about all the places that we like to go to, and a lot of them have closed.
Yeah.
So what we'd like to do maybe, I was thinking of doing this as an updated where we ate on iDrive video for this year that takes into account the new places that we'll hopefully visit.
Yeah, there's a load of new stuff at like Icon Park, isn't there?
Because we might not do Outback Steakout this time. We might not do, what was the other one?
Uno.
We might not do Hooters or Buffalo Wild Wings, because we've done those so many times, and there's other places that we'd like to visit. And a lot of them are chain places, but the new
Bahama Breeze.
So. Yeah, we do definitely want to get to Bahama Breeze, because we always eat in the airport. We've never eaten in a full-size restaurant. And the food in the airport's always really good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So we'll probably be eating there on the way home. If you see us out there, if you're out there at the same time, give us a shout, wave hello, and we'll have a chat, and it should be fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. The cats are going to a new cattery, and I'm not looking forward to that.
No.
It's always horrible putting them in a new place that you don't know. What? So I've started watching a new Disney shopper person for like what's in the outlets. But the person I was watching hasn't posted anything since April. So it's like gone like radio silence since April, which is a bit worrying. Because she was very good at what she did. So these, I think they're called Sabol, SABOL family vlogs, but they go to the outlets. They're not as good as the other girl was, but because they show you the same thing over and over again, where she'll always show you the new stuff. So they're a bit more repetitive, but they're really good to watch just before you go, so you've kind of got an idea of what's in the outlets and whether it's worth actually going.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up everything in this video. I was thinking today, actually, you've just reminded me a little bit.
What?
So normally we go for our craft beers in the evening, don't we?
Yes.
So my mission this time is to find the best old fashioned. I've been looking through the list of some of the bars we go to, they'll maybe have 2 or 3 beers on. But then they'll have an extensive cocktail list.
Yeah.
And they'll have a speciality. So I'll maybe try a few more of them this time.
Yeah.
And the other thing, while we're on the subject, it's all coming back to me now.
All coming back to me now.
Is I'm going to try.
And it didn't
Forgot
come
that
back
again.
to you.
No. So normally, historically, in our videos when I've been watching them, it's like steak. Steak every night. Steak. I'm going to try other foods than steak this time as well.
Whereas I do try other foods other than steak. I tend to have ribs and
So,
ribs
yeah,
and ribs and tacos. I have
pizza at Uno,
tacos
don't
and
you?
pizza. Yeah.
So yeah.
And salad.
I'm looking at fish and chicken this time just to really test the palate.
Salmon and pork. We've seen some pork dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started looking at like some restaurants.
Yeah. Do you do that?
Do you do that? Do you look at the menus before you go? Because I love doing that. No more.
You're pinging me in them. I've got the PDF files from WhatsApp to have a look through of menus for places on
there's
iDrive
a new
now.
barbecue place called Brother Jimmy's in Icon Park. That looks nice. There was that Cuba Libre.
What was the one I was looking at earlier?
The Despicable 3 went to on the holiday. That looked really nice.
What was the other place I was looking at?
We were looking at Saltgrass Steakhouse.
That one, yeah. There's the one that's on the Icon Complex, and it's they do it's like a beach bar grill type thing. It looks quite nice.
Oh no, you didn't send me that one.
I mentioned it, but I didn't send you the menu. So
yeah, there's loads at Icon Park. That's new, and I'm sure there'll be like Saltgrass is where Brickhouse Tavern used to be, and it's getting good reviews. So yeah, why not give it a little try? And Bahama Breeze, because every holiday, Lauren and I drive, we'll go there, and we never go. And it's food that we like. It's like Caribbean themed food, so
we're definitely going this.
Yes.
When I quite like to get an afternoon in Yard House at some point. He says after saying he's going to be drinking cocktails instead of beers.
At least you're
Yard
have
House
more
that
than
has
3 on tap.
100 different beers on tap.
Yeah. Go for happy hour.
It's definitely going to be a case of when are we actually going to find any time to drive on this?
Yeah, when I'm actually sober enough to drive. The car will just sit on the car park.
Is there any way you'd like to drive? If we went out to Clearwater or Cocoa Beach, which would you prefer?
Well, we've done both before, so
Just see what we
Clearwater's the nicer drive with more to do. Like the beaches are nicer all
Yeah.
that way.
We could go to that weird glass art museum that Lewis from the Oxcast went to.
Oh yeah.
And Adam DeWoo actually went there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was on his latest vlog. That's another. He goes to Florida places as well, and filming locations and stuff that he didn't even know were there.
Oh, and the other one I mentioned it earlier, but I edited it out. I might be tempted to go to Bradenton Motorsports Park and watch drag racing. It's so fascinating to watch them on YouTube. But that might be I'd have to put my brave pants on to go there because it'll be full of hooray Americans.
It will be full of hooray Americans.
It'll be a characteristic crowd.
I think that if you go into that to me is Florida.
Yeah.
Motorsports.
But I was just checking
that.
while we're there. Cletus McFarlane's having a Cars and Coffee event at the Freedom Factory. I'm just not so sure whether you can turn up in a hire car and just prop the hood up and go look at my hire car. Is that the idea of those events? As you meet up and chat.
Away from England and watch you on YouTube and really wanted to come sign in your car.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the kind of thing where we're trying to think of different things that maybe want to do.
Yeah.
Because there's the Amazing Animals place that we thought would be interesting. Yeah. We haven't been to Gatorland since 2010.
No.
Ooh. Yeah, did I just hear a rumble of thunder?
It's just I brought my washing in already, so it's fine. It dried in 2 hours.
So the other thing, and it's just come back to me now, after this Florida trip, we currently don't have any plans to go back to Florida.
No.
That's not to say we won't, it's just
we want to try
definitely taking a year off.
Other things. We've got a couple of things already kind of booked for 2024.
Which are a bit of a secret, so you'll have to find out.
So you'll find out close to the time.
But we're doing different things.
But yeah, because Disney's expensive, and I want to go back and do Disney again.
Yeah, you want to do Disney bubble.
You need just a couple of years to save up to be able to afford to stay in that.
Yeah, I want to go back to Disney when Epcot's finished.
Yeah.
They're not finished because they'll never be finished, will they?
So, saying that, I keep looking to see if there's going to be an Epcot after hours when we're there.
Yeah.
Just so that we can ride Guardians. Because that's one of the reasons I booked Mickey's Not So Scary party tickets, so that we can ride Tron.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, but when we were talking about Mickey's Not So Scary earlier, I was like, well, what do you want to do at Mickey's Not So Scary? And Gemma's like, well, I want to go to the trick-or-treats. And I just want to ride the rides and see the
What,
show
with the
and the
overlay?
fireworks and the
Parade.
The parade. It's like everything basically.
Yeah, well, yeah, because all the things
Everything
that
other
are...
than meeting characters.
Yeah, I'm not really bothered about meeting characters, but
It's going to be quite a full evening.
Like, you've seen that parade so many times on other people's vlogs that I want to see it for myself.
I think on that day it's going to be quite a Disney day because we're thinking of going for food in Contemporary.
Because we can get in from 4 o'clock
Yeah.
with your tickets. So we're thinking of getting to Disney early because, you know, it takes you about 7 years to get from the car park over to Magic Kingdom as it is. Well, do you know what I mean?
You're rowing yourself over
It's
there.
not like just get out your car and walk to the park, is it? You've got to get a boat or a monorail.
No, but we don't want to be rushing.
So we're
do we?
thinking
So-
we're going to book lunch at the Contemporary. I'm thinking Steakhouse 71 because we really enjoyed it and the lunch menu looks really good. So we can like park up, get the monorail over to Contemporary and then just walk back to Magic Kingdom. And then after Mickey's Not Scary, we could walk back to Contemporary and get the monorail to the TCC from there.
Well,
So
we can get the monorail.
yeah, you can, but there'll be bigger queues.
We'll see what the queues
Yeah,
do.
we'll just
Oh, the boats,
play it
actually. The
by
boats
ear.
usually the best way to go.
Just play it by ear.
Yeah, so it's going to be a nice, fun, flexible
Yeah.
day, that. And see what we do.
And it'll be that lovely thought of this gigantic crowd and we're all getting crushed and it's the only time we have to do it on this trip.
I don't remember it being too bad for...
The Christmas party
Christmas
was
party.
fine, actually. No, it was
I
fine.
think we stayed till quite late. And by
Yeah,
the
I've booked
time
like
a lot
a
of younger
Tuesday.
kids had
We
left.
did some shopping on Main Street, didn't we, on the way
Yeah,
out?
Probably do something like that. Yeah.
Just to like, you know, spend more time in the park and let the crowds dissipate a little bit. But I think a lot of people, when they've got little ones there, they go after the parade.
once the fireworks
are
and the parade
done
are done.
because the
It's
kids are
understandable, isn't it, when you do
tired,
something?
yeah. So,
That's when we come out to play.
but, you know, any tips for the Halloween party? Post them below because
Yeah.
we've never been.
I mean, any suggestions, you know, if there's something that you like,
And yeah,
you need to
anything
do
that
that.
you've done that isn't in the parks.
Yeah.
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 Or if
I mean,
you've
I guess
been
that
to
isn't
like
in Disney or Universal. 'cause we're doing
SeaWorld or
SeaWorld.
Busch lately. What's the matter, Princess? If you've been to SeaWorld or Busch lately and there's any nice snacks that we need to get,
Yeah, let us know. We're
let
not
us
guaranteed
know.
that we'll do them, but we do take all suggestions.
Always interested in new snacks. We've done the Dippin' Dots and we've done the Dole Whip. If there's anything new, because like we haven't been to SeaWorld for 5-6 years.
2019, January 2019.
Oh, was it
was
January?
the last
20?
time.
Okay, so 4 years then.
It's changed a lot since then, though. You know, two full new roller coasters
Yeah, yeah.
built. One on the way.
I'll be rock searching again.
Yeah.
That
The,
group's still going.
So the thing I do know about SeaWorld is when they shut down for lockdown, they never reopen the penguin ride again.
No, it's gone now. That's never coming back, is it? Still see the penguins though. Don't really care about the
Well, I
penguin.
don't know at
ride.
this point because they're starting. That's where they keep this to yourself. But that's apparently going to be where the new roller coasters go.
Yeah,
I didn't tell you.
internet told you.
The internet told me.
Yeah. So what have they got? Icebreaker and Pipeline.
Yeah,
They're
the
their
surf
new ones,
coaster.
aren't they? Yeah.
And then Busch Gardens has got Tigris and Iron
Tigris. That we've not done.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah. But we've not been to Bush for ages either.
No. It's longer than 2019
Yeah, we
Busch,
didn't
because
go.
we were going to 2019, but I wasn't feeling too good, so we didn't go. Anyway, I think this has gone on long enough and we are starting to waffle. We will do this. But yeah, questions, comments down below. If we get enough questions, we might do a follow-up video.
Yeah.
Or we might just do it in the occasional vlogs.
Yeah, just answer questions there.
So thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, you know, like, subscribe, share, ring that bell, whatever. But no, you know, the usual things. Subscription's free
follow us on
and you'll
Instagram,
get
follow us on TikTok.
notifications. Yeah.
This
This is literally the only time in our channel we'll promote it.
and Threads. We're on Threads now too. Somewhere. Don't know. I was never a Twitter person. I did the
might take over
Instagram
the Threads.
and the TikTok and the Facebook. We're on Facebook as well. So any questions, if you ask them on there, and the person who answers, if you ask them on YouTube or Twitter, Mark is the person that answers. So
you might get a different answer depending
Yeah.
on which one you post on. So if you post on both and get two separate answers, then they have to fight amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Alright. Thanks for watching anyway. It's been fun and chaotic as usual, like most of our stuff
Yeah,
is.
true.
And we'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.